Solar Flash. How you feeling? Oh, we have a very special one for today. It's a special time. Embrace change because it's happening now. Oh, there was a lot of sleeping yesterday. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the changes that you're going through. We're all going through, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And a lot of the past, we can't take it with us. And the only way that we have an inner knowing that it's happening is simply by noticing the change that's happening right now. And we have a lot of stories to share today. We're going to have story time with Uncle Mike today. Hit the like button. Yeah, it's going to be story time with Uncle Mike again. But this is something that we're all going through. We're being purified right now. Solar Flash is not a joke. Though I like to make jokes, though. Keep your vibes high during this time. Yesterday, you might have had symptoms that came from the strongest solar flare that we've had in the solar cycle, and we haven't experienced something of this magnitude since 2017. The more that you're in tune to energy, you are experiencing the changes when you have this big burst that happens. I'm going to give you a real life example. Let's try to get as many likes. Hit the like button if you want a real life example. Some people say, well, how come I'm experiencing symptoms from the solar flare? And sometimes people, you say, well, how come they're not experiencing from the solar flare? Some people are taking in this energy like it's like no big deal. Some people, they're just sleeping maybe a little bit from it. And some people, they have a lot of harsh ascension symptoms. Some of you know when there is, say, a lightning strike in your area and it hits one of the electrical wires that's maybe in the neighborhood. And then you have a surge of energy. So if you look at our everyday lives, we all live in incoming energies all the time. And all of a sudden, right, you're going about your day, you have your point of homeostasis, and then all of a sudden you get a jolt. So if you know about this, and I actually experienced this when I was a kid, you might have your electronics, for example, plugged into the source, into the electrical socket. There is a connection, say your computer laptop, that is connected into the source. And if there's a major surge, that could, boom, that could knock out your electronic. But if you are not plugged into the source, it has no effect at all. That's actually a negative thing. When your electric socket is plugged in during a surge, during a lightning strike, if you will. So that's an example. It doesn't have to be taken exactly literal, but when you think of things that are connected to the source and then all of a sudden there is this surge, there's a surge of energy, a surge of electricity that goes through. And I'm reading the comments. Please continue to leave comments. I'm sharing this, my experiences. A lot of people said that they were throwing up. Not to be too graphic, but I'm just reading the comments. That's not what I'm experiencing on my journey. Last night I did have a sharp pain in the stomach. And remember, the solar plexus region is going to be very relevant in that area for most of us. You might say, why? Because if you reflect on the past few years, there's been a lot of anxiety, which is fear of the future. You might have been in a lifestyle that is not of your resonance, and you've been trying to get out of it, and you've held on to a lot of densities over the past few years. All of this has to go. Clearing up the crap clearing up the crap. Sometimes on our journey, and this is not our fault, but this is a subconscious program, we think, more is better. Have more stuff. But not always is more better. So we actually are becoming lighter, which can be different or a different thought process for many people. You might be, say, into bodybuilding, for example, and you want to gain weight. Well, not all weight is created equal. Not all weight is actually good for us. We're holding on to stuff that is, within our body, in our visceral fat, if you will, or within our very cells. And we have to purge and give our body a chance to get rid of this stuff. It can't continue to go on with us because we're carrying all this baggage, say, inside of us. We don't need stuff even for free. We don't have to have stuff just because, we have it. There could be a truck coming down the street, say, I have all these free donuts and, desserts. Ring dings, whatever it is, you could write it in the chat. And just because it's free, I'm not going to take it in and fill up. It's free, I might as well take it. Then all of a sudden, I have no room for my food. So they dump load, they're coming down the street, they're giving out all these free donuts and desserts and stuff. And I say, it's free, I might as well take it into my home. Now all my cupboards are filled. I don't have room for anything else. Sometimes we don't want to take on this extra baggage. We don't want to have these densities. Ding dongs, here they come. Joey, bag of donuts. Joey, bag of donuts. Yeah, so we don't want to take on all these things because, I know it's not good for me. It is, Gina writes, free inflammation. We don't want to take on some of these things. We don't need people in our lives just to have people in our lives. We could actually spend time alone, and you're actually more powerful alone to take in these solar flash energies. We're going to make it. But you don't need people. You don't need stuff. You don't need anything in your life. You actually could become lighter so that you can accept, you have the time period to actually sit there and accept these energies. Whether you're watching, we have a lot to go over today. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly smash the like button? Could you do that right now? It helps others find this message. And hit the share button and share this video today. It's going to help others. The solar flash is an inside job. We started to discuss that yesterday. And we're also going to have story time with Uncle Mike. Yeah, story time with Uncle. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a tremendous episode today. The preparation to accept. Several years ago, when I started to study the solar flash event, I went out on the beach. That video is still on the channel page. It lasts the test of time. And I said that we need to go through the preparation to accept. You could write this down, write it down. I hope you're taking notes for our classes here. Take notes. Mr. D is going to have a notebook check at the end of the quarter. We're going to have a notebook check. No, take some notes. The preparation to accept. Slowly over the course of time, we have to be prepared so that we can take in all of these energies. Going back to the beginning of what I just said, a surge protector, if you will, right? So there's surges of energy that are coming through us. The DNA receptors. Your DNA is a Tesla coil. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. We got the light. It's actually stormy out, and when I start right when I started hitting the love bowl, the wind started blowing. So I felt like this was a sign, a synchronicity that this is going to be a very powerful message today. So your DNA takes in lights, and maybe some of these lights are not part of the visible light spectrum. However, they are part of the electromagnetic spectrum. We're actually third eye blind, also a tremendous band. We're actually third eye blind to many of the lights of this universe. We don't even see them. So you want to realize that we are going through the preparation to accept. Because when these energies come in, it could really tax the body. It's overwhelming, some of these energies that come in. And we want to embrace renewal and embrace change. This is a renewal preparation. We are being renewed. We're being refined. And yesterday, I slept like never before. I slept like never before. And, I had to shut it down. Shut it down. Sometimes you just have to shut it down. When you think of animals hibernate. Well, guess what? We need to hibernate as well. We are animals. Literally, we are animals. We are in the animal kingdom. Okay? So we want to hibernate like the animals. Sometimes we need time to recharge, to sleep it up, and this way we are refreshing. We want to refresh during this time period. This is a time period of slowing down. And, for me, I'm a very active individual. I'm very grateful that I have the energy to be active once again. And I try to be active all day long. You got to go all day long sometimes. But then, remember, there's a time for this and a time for that. Yesterday, there was a time for extra rest. And we just had the biggest solar flare from this entire cycle that we're in. We're in solar cycle 25. You could write it down. We're in solar cycle 25. And this energy, it is going to change us. So we have to realize what this, I know we all want to have our superhero powers. Superhero powers are being activated right now. Sharon, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that very much. 999, this is the completion codes that we're getting. We're completing the cycle, Sharon. And like we discussed yesterday, doesn't have to be everyone, but through free will, Sharon, we are the ones that make the jump. I love you, Sharon. I appreciate that very much. It's true. I strive to be as real as possible here and have a good time with all of you. I appreciate you all being here. So, because we have to be real here. Hit the like button if you're having a good time. When this energy comes in, you expect to activate your superpowers. And what you have in mind is not when it actually comes in. It's not exactly the same. So when I went through this yesterday, I had a clearer picture. Nicole, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that very much, Nicole. I love you so much. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. So many beautiful people here. So you will go through this preparation to accept. And I shared that years ago. And I'm studying the solar flash. I know, you're going to have these activations. You're going to have your superpowers. Yeah, we're all about superheroes on this channel. And I was out there on the front line. And I said to everyone, nothing could stop the great solar flash. Oh, I was like, yeah. And then fast forward to yesterday, I was on the couch and I was like, oh man, nothing could stop this great solar flash. Make these sweepies now. Gotta go sweet now. That's the true story. That's the true story. So when the powerful solar flares come in, you just say, oh, nothing gets done. Great solar flare. That's what goes on. Time to make the sleepies. So that we have to go through this. Do you want your superhero powers? You could have the lightning bolts riveting through the chat right now, but sometimes you got to make the sleepy poos. And when the solar flares come in, it was so clear and evident yesterday, and you know it's clear and evident when you notice the change. I share this all the time. Know thyself. Know thyself. Know thyself. When you know yourself, you know your point of homeostasis. When you know your point of homeostasis, and then all of a sudden you have to make sleepy poos for 2 hours in the middle of the day, and it just continued. And you might not have, like, you just get up, you might throw on YouTube, you're watching a documentary, you're learning certain things, you are just resting. This is the preparation to accept. We are refreshing. This is a time period to recharge, refresh, slow down. I want you to think about those little furry woodland creatures that are out there, also known as the cute, cuddly animals of our world. We are also those cute, cuddly animals. And sometimes we need to hibernate like the bear. So you might be taking a little hibernation time period. Could be a day, could be a full week. People are on the go. I shared about the quickening, a very powerful message. It's on the channel page if you didn't get to watch it yet. If you're new to this channel, I encourage you, just go to the channel page, watch the previous week's videos. You'll be caught up to where we are. If you continue to hold on to the matrix, you struggle. If you hold on to the matrix, you struggle. You actually need time. Like, I know this. You can't, like, sometimes say to your boss, you know what, I have Ascension Symptoms. I have to sit back and rest for a week so I can ascend. Could you imagine your boss? Johnson, what do you mean you got these Ascension Symptoms? You got to get back to work, kid. No, I have to take a moment to rest because I have the, you know, the solar flash and the biggest solar flare since 2017 just came in, and I need to rest for a little bit. You know, I gotta incorporate all the energies in my DNA receptors. Johnson, what do you mean you got DNA receptors, Johnson? You need to get back to work. We gotta feed the matrix, Johnson. Everyone's gotta get back to work now. There ain't no holiday season. We got to get back to work. Tell your boss you need to hibernate because you need a little resty poo. Listen, I do see, in all seriousness, and it is good, a lot of people are becoming more aware of mental health. We discuss mental health. You could write mental health awareness in the chat, in the comments. That's why I try to make you laugh all the time. A lot of people are going through a lot of changes, and it is a lot to all take on at once. We want to embrace who we truthfully are. So the more that you become lighter, I can reflect on my life. Some of you see the changes in me. And when you have density in your life, and you know what, it comes in many forms. You need to drop the densities. You need to drop these things. You become lighter. And you don't want other things to bring your vibrational frequency down. The whole part of ascension, like, and I'm trying to be real with everyone. Like, I don't, you know, kind of think we're all just going to just like fly up there. But your vibrational frequency is going up. And you're going to reach a point where you go up another octave. Hit the like button if you're learning something new today. So when you go up another octave on the scale, right, you're on a totally different plane of existence now. The sun is going through a change as well. You go up, maybe like me, I played the trumpet, if you didn't know this, back in school. And you play the B flat concert scale, and then you go up the scale, hit your 8 notes, then you go up to another octave. When you go up to another octave, that you have ascended that timeline. And that's what we're doing right now. And God knows this. And that's why God is riveting lightning bolts down throughout this year, so that we can rise up our frequency. And it's just part of our world. It's part of our lives. There's certain things you're doing good. You're rising up, and then boom, then someone has to come in. They have to come in. They have to, make you feel, get lower. They might nag you. They might try to put fear, guilt, or shame. If you're new to the channel, check out the channel page. The Hawkins scale of consciousness is very important to learn at this time period. It will help you navigate people. There's a lot of people out there. So take out that. You could even have the consciousness scale in your pocket. Yeah. You could walk around and say, I have this consciousness scale, and you look at the words that someone's, you are gaslighting. You are giving me guilt. Okay, guilt is on the bottom of this scale. Okay, you're trying to give me fear. That's above guilt. You're doing a little bit better now. We all need to do a better job, and we could all do a better job by looking at that scale. Go back to the beginning of this video. The only place you need to be at. I know there's a lot of people struggling. There's ups and downs. Acceptance. The preparation to accept. A lot of people, because of the way of the densities of this world, it is difficult to reach a place of love. You might go around your world and you don't even see any love. People say, how do you keep going forward without even any love? The first thing you have to do is get to the plane of acceptance. Right now, I want everyone to write it down. You could write it in the comments. You write it in the chat. Write it in your notes for today. Acceptance. That's where we need to be. And when we are at the preparation to accept, you could accept the new realities. You could accept the new energies. And then from that point, then you start moving up to love. And then if you have the courage to, I know you got to be brave. You want to get to the top? Then you embrace authenticity. Yeah? Where there is no illusion. It's hard. It's not easy. It ain't easy. Right now, you are getting a promotion. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are getting a promotion right now, and you are leveling up. That's what this time period is about. So that surge that you had of energy, the upgrades that you're getting is a promotion, and you are leveling up. You are inspired to do new things. This is the launch of a new journey. You could look at your life and say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of doing these things. I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of that crazy guy that was screaming Johnson telling me to go back to work before. I'm tired of this nagging person in my life that keeps bringing me down. So you could be inspired to do new things. You are inspired to launch a new part of your journey. This is your promotion. Congratulations. This is the energy of renewal. The God code is now entered your DNA. And, a lot of people, they talk about light codes. The light codes are coming in. Well, you're getting the God code right now. And it's real simple. It's actually not simple, but when it actually happens, it happens, we'll call it efficiently. It activates and it increases your attractor field. When you're operating out of the 3D and you're trying and you're trying and trying. So we're not trying to chase after a job. We're not trying to chase after a narcissistic female. We're not trying to chase anything. We're just going to simply attract now. You don't have to chase after, oh, be my friend. You see the people at the water cooler? No. All you need to do is become an attractor field. Smash the like button if I'm speaking the truth. You're becoming an attractor field, and you are attracting right now. You are a God code being. The light of Christ is within you. And all you need to do is exist. I did a video on that. All you need to do is exist. Now you attract a new reality into your everyday life. And so it is. Hope is real. Hope is real. We all have some hope. What a name. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope is real. Accept change is the constant. Yes. The only thing that remains the same is change. The only thing that remains the same is change. Are you embracing change? Are you embracing change? That's all it is. I appreciate you, Mama Boom Bam. I appreciate you being here every day. Are all the powerful mamas in the chat right now? We need to have powerful mamas. Oh, yeah. They prepare you. They prepare you for this time period, this mission, you know? And you know, I share about it a lot. That's the words of my mother. Don't rely on anyone else. Rely on yourself. Helps you get through spiritual warfare. Love you, Mom. Harley Ray Crystal Shop. Oh, 11/11, it is time to make a wish. Oh, yeah, we're going to manifest right now. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Harley Ray writes, accept the solar flare energy. It's time to thrive. Stay in your higher vibration. Thank you so much, Harley Ray. I get all of my sage from HarleyRayCrystalShop.com. Yeah, it's a tremendous place. You know it's the holiday season, and you know what that means when it's the holiday season. So you want to get some organic sage and sage out the place right now. Watch out for all the spookables right now. So I appreciate you, Harley Ray. Now it is a good time to really purify and not worry about consuming during this time period. Worry about purification during this time period. Worry about the Holy Spirit fire during this time period. That's what we need to stay focused on. Worry about the Holy Spirit fire. Worry about how we're purifying ourselves. Amy Sunshine Ray, thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you. The old game is over, and now we're starting a new game. Life ain't nothing but a game, kid. Ain't nothing but a game. Ain't nothing but a party, kid. Life ain't nothing but a party, kid. You could write it in the comments. So many people out there, it's like, don't you just want to have fun? Go to the channel page. I encourage you all to really take in that video. Don't you want to have fun? That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're all supposed to be coming together. Doesn't matter who the person is. The more people are welcome, the bigger the circle is, the better. Don't you want to have fun? Hit the like button. It helps others find this message and get the band back together, baby. We're getting the band back together. Yeah. And that's where you need to be. You have to be in an attractive field. You have to have fun even if you're alone at the beach, watching the waves, looking for shells. That's where the power lies. If you missed my video on why God has the isolation period for you, it's going to be very powerful and helpful for you. Watch that video. It's all part of the... There is no way, okay? There is no way that you can go through these massive upgrades when you are under stress 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. You can't, you need time. You need time to relax, take a step back, integrate, process. A lot of people, they're not processing. We all have to process. I had to process as well. Otherwise, you want to see the truth. Say to God, show me the truth no matter what the cost. Because when you live in the vibration of authenticity, it's the highest state. It is the most high. You ever hear about the most high? You want to be at the most high. And when you are there and you start seeing the truth and you have that conversation with God and you see things that you never saw before, it's helpful. I always give this example of navigating a dark room that you've never been in before. I know if you've been in a room before and it's pitch black, you could figure out, you know the ins and outs. But we are in a time period that represents this room that we've never been in before. We are in this room, we've never been in this room before. And you're trying to navigate the room. And there's a coffee table, there's a chair, and you start banging it, bumping into stuff, boom, you're knocking all over the place. You don't have the information available to navigate this place, this time period. So that's why it is important, especially at this time period. Awareness is the precursor to change. Once you're aware, oh, I know I'm not going to walk there, I'm not going to walk there. And even though you don't know the place, you're in the darkness, you turn the light on. Light is information. Light is information. You could write it in the comments. Reaffirm it. Live it. Know it. Love it. Light is information. Darkness is just simply the lack of that information. When you turn on the light, now you have all the information. Okay, I'm going to walk this way. I'm not going to bang into that coffee table. I'm not going to stub my toe on that chair, whatever. I'm not going to fall down the stairs over there. Right? So that is where we need to be. That is where we're headed. And we all want to have this information. The light codes, for example, they're giving your body information. There's light that comes in that tells the seeds to sprout, that tells the ants, okay, you know what, it's time. All of a sudden, in the springtime, I always found it fascinating. The ants just know all year, and then all of a sudden you see the ant hills start popping up because there is light. That is just a very, hold on to your seats. Please hit the like button. This is a very, very special part of this message coming right now. When that light passes through the solid matter and goes into the ground, it tells the ants it's time to come up. That is a shorter cycle. That is a yearly cycle. It's springtime. What about cycles that are longer? When the light and this new energy passes through the solid earth and it tells what's underneath the ground to come up to the surface. The solar flash is giving us the information that it's time to come up now. It's time to see it all. It's time to come out and play. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. Oh, absolutely. It's a season for a reason, Bay Area. Every season has a reason. And when you get thrown into that season, you might not understand at first. I don't understand, God. I don't understand this, God. Why is this happening? I don't understand. But in the future, you turn around, you look at your life, and then you see how it played out. Then it starts to make sense. So take the time today to reflect on these new energies. Remember that this is a renewal. Embrace change. Open, be receptive to new things coming into your life. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the past experiences, because your attractive field has been activated, and now better things, better jobs, better relationships, better everything. Ooh, better everything. Better everything. Oh, wow. Better everything's coming in right now. Better everything. Write it in the comments. Better everything. Let's get 100 people to write better everything. The more that because listen, better everything, just better everything. Everyone today, write better everything in the comments today. We'll get 1,000 comments on this video. It's unbelievable. Better everything is coming into your everyday life. I love each and every one of you. If you happen to be new, we have videos at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be back on here tomorrow. We have a tremendous Patreon and a community. The link is in the description. We have a brand new video up on Patreon, and there will be a new live stream tomorrow night on Patreon if you would like to join us for the first time. I love you all. We're getting the band back together. Yeah, we got Better Everything coming in right now. And I love you all. Share this video. It's a great support if you could kindly share this video today. Even if you share it to one person, you can say, I'm going to text it to my friend. They're going to be helped out by this video. That's all. We just get the positive feedback loop going. A loop like a toroidal field, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're just in a toroidal field floating around. Like Tesla said, this is a realm. I don't know. What do you think? Let us know. I love you all. It's my honor to be here. I have fun doing this. I love doing this every day. I'm grateful for all of you that are here, that allow me to do this every single day. Never stop. Never give in. Just keep going. I love you all. We have a big week planned for us. Oh, yeah. Ooh, it's going to be a big one. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And just know we have a daily video every single day. Every single day. I love you. Happy Sunday. Bye for now.